The dense forest of upstate New York loomed ahead, cloaked in the soft mist of late October. Towering pines cast long shadows across the winding gravel road as 4 college students arrived at the edge of the wilderness. This wasn't just a weekend camping trip. It was a dare, an investigation into the legend of the Dog Man. Ethan, the group's de facto leader, was an ROTC cadet with a disciplined mind and a strong build. His girlfriend, Mia, quiet and perceptive, stuck close to him. Then there were Jake and Max, childhood best friends. Jake, the nerdy conspiracy theorist with a camera always ready, and Max, the daring instigator who had convinced them all this trip was worth the risk. They set up camp just outside the bounds of a Native American reservation, not far from where Dogman sightings had been whispered about for generations. Jake had compiled everything he could: blurry photos, shaky videos, first-hand accounts of strange howls in the night, but nothing could prepare them for what was coming. That first night, the woods were eerily silent. No bird song, no insects, just the crackle of their fire and the occasional pop of burning sap. They laughed nervously, trying to dismiss the feeling of being watched. Then came the smell: wet dog and copper. The next morning, they hiked deeper into the woods, snapping photos and recording audio. Jake's camera captured something unusual: a large, upright, dog-like figure between the trees. Glowing eyes, thick fur, long limbs. That night, everything changed. As they sat around the fire, a vibrating howl cut through the stillness. Low, guttural, and unnatural, the kind of sound that stirred something primal in their bones. Max's flashlight flickered. Jake dropped his phone. Mia clutched Ethan's arm, her lips trembling. They ran to the SUV, only to find all 4 tires slashed. Whatever was out there had been watching, waiting. "Get in! Lock the doors!" Ethan ordered. They huddled in the SUV, tension rising as hours passed. Then came the scratching. Something circled the vehicle, long claws dragging across the metal. Mia, paralyzed with fear, whispered over and over, "The howl, the howl, the howl." Suddenly, Jake caught a signal on his phone. 1 bar. Shaking, he called the reservation's tribal police and screamed their location before the call dropped. Minutes later, headlights cut through the trees. A man stepped from an ATV, an elder from the reservation, dressed in leather and feathers, his face weathered but calm. "You called?" he asked, voice low. "Yes," Ethan gasped, unlocking the SUV. "Please, our friends. Something's out here." "I know," the elder said. "You're lucky I heard you." He beckoned them to follow him on foot, saying his home wasn't far. The forest seemed to twist as they walked, trees bending strangely, the air thick and quiet. "I know this land," the elder said. "I know what hunts it." But something was wrong. His voice, it grew deeper. His shape began to blur in the shadows, limbs stretched. A snout formed, hair rippled across his skin. Ethan froze. "Run!" It was too late. Jake and Max were snatched into the dark with inhuman speed, their screams echoing before vanishing into silence. Ethan and Mia sprinted, crashing through underbrush until they saw flashing lights. The tribal police had arrived. They were saved. The next morning, in the small-town diner, Ethan and Mia sat in silence, wrapped in blankets, sipping bitter coffee. A TV on the wall played the morning news. Local tragedy: 2 college students mauled in bear attack near reservation, the reporter said cheerfully. Officials urge caution as autumn hiking season continues. Mia didn't react. She just stared forward, whispering again and again, "The howl, the howl, the howl." Ethan said nothing. He knew what they had seen, and he knew it wasn't over.